Warning, this episode contains adult language, mature situations, obscure anime characters interacting with the real world, female otaku with crazy landladies, villains who have turned over a new leaf, the harsh realities of living on your own, and absurd magical girl humor. Listener discretion is advised. Episode 272, Nirvana Form Change. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, some podcasts and varying reviews about connectedly enhanced narratives. I'm your host Zan, saying konnichiwa, aloha, buongiorno, what's up? Yes, we are back for another fun-filled episode of the podcast, and I'm happy that we're not having so much depressing manga, because we had a lot of them for a while, and we're back to kind of some more fun and chill things. But I'm getting a little ahead of myself. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. Spiraken is a podcast that provides informative reviews about connectedly enhanced narratives. Every episode, I and my co-host, if I have one, will talk about different manga titles. We'll tell you the pros and cons about them, their art style, their characters, the artwork, the plot, and if it's worth investing your time in or not. You don't have to agree with anything that I and my co-host say, but we try to be informative, educational, impartial, and more importantly than that, entertaining. And you can check out any of our earlier episodes at www.spiraken.com. That's Spiraken. And you don't have to agree with anything that we say, but we try to be as impartial as possible. You can also find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Spotify, YouTube, Apple Music, Stitcher, Player.fm, Instagram, and many other social media sites. And if you want to follow us, just look for Spiraken, like I said, Spiraken, on any of those sites, and you'll probably find us. We are also on the PSN network and on the Nintendo Switch network if you want to play me in one of those various games. Also, if you want to email me personally, if you have a question, comment, or concern, you can find me at xan, that's Zan, at spiraken.com. So, with that in mind, let's get to the topic at hand, shall we? Because if you remember from the last episode, I spun that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga, and it dictated to me that I'd be reviewing a manga that was written by Yokoyama Ryouichi and illustrated by Manmaru Uetsuki. Originally came out in 2014 by Ichijinsha Inc., but last year was brought over here by 7Seas, so it was released in 2017. There are 2 volumes, and it is a comedy slice-of-life supernatural josei series that is known as, well, Hitlo Maho Shojo no Sonogo No Nichijo, or Sharenima, or as it's been named in the US or in the East, West, Unmagical Girl. Now this is another one of those, let's take a concept and put it on its head. And this one they're talking about magical girls. And this one was actually pretty unique in a very different way, because our main character is Tanayashi Miyuri. She's a 19-year-old girl living on her own for the first time, and she is an otaku who is obsessed with one TV show, Pretty Angel Nirvana. And the crazy thing is that not a lot of people remember Pretty Angel Nirvana fondly, because the main character was, people didn't like her. They liked all the sub-characters, and they ended up spinning off, and they became more popular. But the main character was someone that was important to Tanahashi Mayuri for a lot of reasons. So she is obsessed with this character. She buys all the figures, all the toys, and she's really obsessed with it, even though it's not popular. And the reason why she's so obsessed with it is because it's a link to her father, Tanahashi Suguru, the director and creator of Pretty Angel Nirvana. And if you look at it, it kind of makes sense because in her real form, the main character, Pretty Angel Nearbrave, looks exactly like Mayuri. She's a carbon copy. So it's kind of like it's an homage to his daughter, even though there's a lot of weird things going on. And she wasn't popular for various reasons. She was very nice, very sweet, very frill, but she didn't do anything out of the box. It was very generic Magical Girl series. So, as I said, Mayuri's living on her own, and she's trying to make ends meet. She works, and she's trying to survive in this single apartment. And her mom, trying to help her out, decided to send her her dad's old computer because, well, honestly, she was trying to get rid of it. She was trying to just get rid of the computer because it's there's a lot of recycling laws and just why don't you use this? It'll be good for you. You can have your own computer. And pretty much Miri's like, yeah, mom, you just wanted to dump this junk on me, I guess. So she ends up setting up the computer because, hey, it's a computer. You could use it. And when she turns it on, it turns out that this computer is filled with Pretty Angel Nirvana software and images. Like there's a rare wallpaper on there. There's folders from his work. There's all these episodes that were never seen. There were scripts. There was actually the entire series uploaded onto this computer. So it's actually really cool for an otaku like her. And she's watching this and having a great time, remembering saying, Nirvana form change, and seeing Nearbrave become this amazing person. And she's kind of sad because she wanted to be like her so bad because she was charismatic. And Mayuri is shy and quiet. And as she's looking at this computer, she sits on top of it and she kind of thinks, you know what? It'd be nice to have someone as charismatic and awesome as Nearbrave by my side. And she's crying, and her tear drops on top of the computer. So the computer starts to short out. For reasons who knows, it shorts out, explodes, and out of the computer comes da 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 Nearbrave, the new superhero, Pretty Angel Nearbrave, who cherishes the soul of bravery and kicks butt. And now she is living in the real world where there are no evil bad guys that she has to fight. And this is her living in the real world because she's now stuck. She can't get back in the box, and she's now living in the real world. Now, on the one hand, it's kind of cool. You have a real magical girl living in the real world. The problem, though, is that she cannot go against the script. So the way that she's written in the TV show is how she acts in the real world. And if she tries to go against it, however, which way, she kind of short circuits and turns into a weird version of herself, which can't do anything. Like, she can't drink because magical girls don't drink. She can't curse because magical girls don't curse. She can be mean and sad and depressed, but that's just a minor thing. She has to be as upbeat as possible. Like her going on a group date with Miyuri doesn't end well because the guy thinks he's going to get some with this cute girl who's a cosplayer, and it turns out that no, because Miyuri isn't designed for having relations with anybody that's not comical. So she kind of shorts out. And she just gets not super deformed, but she becomes just really different design. Like she looks all frumpy and not pretty. Just looks ugly. She goes very I think the perfect way to explain it is she goes from being a three-dimensional realized character to being just a flat 2D character who looks very flat. And it's constantly the joke is, oh no, she's a character from an anime for little girls. So this definitely isn't in her script. And then you have to make her go back to normal. And when she goes back to normal, her hair gets puffy and she looks good again. She's back to normal. And this is her living in this world and trying to exist, like, and dealing with all of the people in Miyuri's life besides her mom. Like there is Risa Kruno, the landlady who kicks complete ass. She is very tyrannical and rude. Like she cares about Miyuri, but when rent is due, she will get the rent one way or the other. Like Miyuri gets scared that she's going to deal with the landlady, so she has Nearbrave pretend to be her, turn into regular form, and she'll be able to defend her. And what happens is that the landlady, Risa, ends up taking everything, all the collectibles. I could sell this. I could sell this. Oh, that's a rare print. I can use that. And she just says, okay, Near Brave is paid for. And then when Near Brave tries to kick her butt, she beats the hell out of Near Brave. So Near Brave, in awe, decides that this lady will be her sensei. The crazier part is that even though Near Brave looks exactly like Miyuri in her civilian form, Risa's able to tell that's not Miyuri. And she says, next time have Miyuri talk to me myself. You're probably her sister. Don't worry about it. I won't judge you, but she's more powerful and more confident she is. Have her talk to me next time. We can figure something out. So that's how that goes. And then you have other characters showing up from the Nirvana TV show. Specifically, you have her rival, who is Nearwind, this lady who is amazing at all the things that Near Brave is not good at. So she's an amazing cook. She's an amazing cleaner. But she's also afraid of bugs and other things, and she takes to insane lengths. She sees a cockroach in the apartment. She decides to use her wind power to cut the building in half to kill the bug. Suffice to say, she ends up living under a bridge and makes it into her home. And this is kind of a weird running joke that they constantly see her under the bridge trying different things. Like she gets a pot and she starts making food out of junk, and people find it delicious. The other person you meet is Edge. He is the formal leader of death metal, the organization that the Pretty Angel Nirvana group fought against. And he is the evil leader. You know, he is the, not Zoisite. Yeah, actually, Zoisite's a good example. Zoisite, he's the Team Rocket. He's the Giovanni from Pokemon. He's that guy who is the boss. And now that he's in the real world, he doesn't have a company anymore. So what he does is he's now found himself becoming a best-selling author writing fantasy books from the villain's perspective. So that's what he does. He's like, I don't want to be a villain anymore. I want to make money and just be a writer. And that's what he's doing because he is against script, but it's still in his nature to be charismatic and kind of nice. So you have this, all this craziness happening in the prefecture of Ikoda. And I love the fact that this completely flips the script on magical girl genres, especially like this is completely different than Kill la Kill. Well, Kill la Kill is like, oh, we're just going to make it that the suit is alive. No, this is, let's take the magical girl, put her in the real world, and have her have that fish out of water situation. And it is a slice of life. It does go, it's the basic tropes of, oh, she can't do this, she can't do that because of this reason, that reason, the other reason. Or, oh, Miyuri's now broke because Near Brave eats a truck full of food because she's written to eat like an anime character. So she has to eat lots of food. And what they have to do, she has to get a job. And she tries getting a job, but it's weird and crazy. Like she ends up getting a job as a construction worker because she's super strong. And becomes super jacked. Also, there's a lot of cool little pop references to other things. Like, for example, the biggest one I noticed is that when you're reading the manga early on, you see Babies R Us and Toys R Us blatantly in the manga. It's not like a little like, it's not like Roy's R Us or Toys R You. No, it's Toys R Us and Babies R Us. And then actual places from Akihabara. And then you see Pringles. This author really did not shy away from using those product placements. Like the illustrator Manmaru Uetsuki definitely was just like, yep, I'm going to just draw what I think is real in the real world. So it's more grounded in reality. And that's a nice plus to it. Now, what can I say about this besides that? The art style, it's unique. I love the fact that it goes from one extreme to the other. It goes from Near Brave being really beautiful and pretty to her being 2D and looking slumpy when she goes against script, and then Miyuri being just Miyuri. She looks very normal. And there's not a lot of cheesecake shots or like her flashing her panties or things like that. It's kind of not. It's not. Sorry, the words are losing me right now, but it is not very promiscuous. It's a little sexy at times, but not like unintentionally sexy. It's not like let's show her their boobs every 2 minutes. No, it's just more realistic. And for a josei series, that makes perfect sense. One second, I need to get some water. My throat's kind of hurting. But overall, I'd have to give Unmagical Girl our 4th highest rating because it is a good series. It is a borrow from a friend and don't return unless offered Pocky because it is a fun, weird little series, which is very different. And the fact that it's only 2 volumes is really good because I could honestly not see this go any further than 2 volumes. If they tried to extend it past that, I think this would get stale very fast. I don't think they should make an anime out of it. I think that just having it as a manga works fine. If you disagree with me, email me, zan@spiraken.com. And the random question of the day is going to be, if you could bring one fictional character out of a book or TV show, who would it be, and how do you think they'd act? Let me know in the comments down below. So, anyway, let's get to the part that you've all been waiting for, and what am I talking about? I'm talking about that one, that only, the Wheel of Manga! Except no substitutes. Now, what is the Wheel of Manga? The Wheel of Manga is a Wheel of Fortune with 10 slots on it. Each of the numbers has a different manga title connected to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin the Wheel of Manga. Whatever number it lands on, the manga that's corresponding to that number is what I'm going to review in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, episode 273. So let's spin and see what I'm reviewing in the next episode, shall we? Pretty good spin. Number 10. That's kind of cool. So, in the next episode of the Spiraken Manga Review, I'm going to be reviewing another manga by Makoto Shinkai. Seems like he has been coming up a lot lately. I think this is the 4th one I'm going to be reviewing, or 3rd. I've got to look it up. But yes, we're going to be reviewing a manga that's based on his first work all the way back from 2002. And what am I talking about? I am talking about the manga adaptation of Voices of a Distant Star. I'll get into the geeky awesomeness and terribleness of that manga and anime series. Well, it's a one-shot, so it's the series then. Anyway, thank you guys for listening to this episode. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great week. And this show's on. I am Gonzville. Catch you guys next time. See ya. Go